Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Sunday, October 5th. We have Frozen in here again. Somehow I doubt it's the movie this time. I doubt they would do that twice in the same week. This seems like a trick, rock music. They're trying to get you to think of rock as a music genre. Seed, soil, pot, and water. These are things you need to grow a plant. Alright, that's probably a category. It's probably yellow. It's pretty easy, if it is a category. It's not a trick. But I try to get purple first if it doesn't take too long. So let's see what we can do here. I think I might see blank car. Yeah, bumper car, clown car, sports car, getaway car. That seems like purple because it's a fill in the blank. Do I submit it without really looking at the other categories? Sure. Yes. Yes, I do. All right, blank car. There you go. All right, so we still have seed, pot, soil, and water. So that's a category. What is cherish going with? Cherish. We're not taking parts of the word because that would be a purple category. Usually, almost always. Cherish. You cherish something, you value it, you have an affinity for it. But none of these other words seem to fit. I can't figure these other two categories out, so I'm just going to do this one just to make sure this is a category. It's probably yellow. Used to grow a houseplant, okay. You could be frozen, you could be in shock, like if you're surprised by something. You could be floored. But it's floored generally. It's you don't say, I guess you could say you floor something. But you freeze somebody. They become frozen, they become floored. So if we're looking at tenses, that doesn't make sense. That floor and frozen would go together. You're shaken? Maybe it is a category. Or you rock somebody, like... So if this is a category, then that means cherish, holiday, and music would go together with one of these other ones. Holiday. I don't know. I'm going to put Frozen in here because the tense doesn't make sense with these other three, or these other four. Madonna songs. Okay. I'm in the generation that listened to a lot of Madonna, but I never did. It was just never anybody I really listened to. I don't know really most of her songs. Some of the really big ones I know, like, what is it, Vogue, Like a Virgin, some of them, but she just had a song called Music? Holiday? Okay. And then shock, rock, floor, and shake is to, like, surprise somebody. You floor them, you shake them, you rock them, you shock them. Flabbergast, okay. That one is a little tricky. I guess the Madonna songs, it would be easier. I would never have put that together. The only reason I put it together is because it just didn't seem to fit with the other category. Hey, my win percentage back up to 92%. Love seeing that. Alright, let's check the bot. Ooh, 4 to 5 bit difficulty, 56% solve rate. Interesting. 1 in 122, 97 skill. Okay, purple first is actually second. 63% getting yellow first, but purple first is quite common. Green's kind of tough because you generally don't use floor in that tense. You can be floored. Like, oh wow, I was floored by that. But most people don't use the active tense of that verb. Like, you rarely say, I am going to floor somebody. I will floor them. Like, you don't say that, really. It's much more of a passive verb. I was floored. Shake is like that, too. I was shaken. You rarely say, I'm going to shake them. You could say I rock their world, or I'm gonna, like, shock them, something like that. But floor and shake are kind of tough. So green's, I think, a little tricky. And then Madonna, yeah, like... And the thing is, these song titles are so generic. Frozen, holiday, music, cherish. It's like, okay. Let's check ever. So almost everybody's getting yellow. And then green actually jumps up to second. And then purple, then blue. Okay. You're losing games, like, it's basically if you know Madonna or not, which I didn't, but, like, I was able to figure out the other 3 categories. That's the only reason I got it. But, yeah, look at this. The blue doesn't show up in losing games at all, really. And even among winning games, blue is dead last until you get over to this one. I didn't see a lot of red herrings, but I could be wrong. Alright, so the top mistake is shock, rock, shake. Yeah, it's floor that people left out, and they put frozen in there. Again, I thought of doing that. It was just the tense of the word that kept me from doing it. Because these are the active tenses of these verbs. You shock somebody, you rock them, you shake them. You don't frozen them, you freeze them. So if this was freeze, then that would make more sense. TV themes, holiday, sports, getaway, music. I don't understand that one. I think that's people just guessing, just putting guesses together maybe. You bump somebody, again, bumper. Bumper's a noun. A getaway, a holiday. Okay, I can see getaway and holiday getting put together. But not with sports and bumper. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. Putting rock in instead of the pot. So if you're just thinking like nature, like out in nature, it would be seed, rock, soil, and water. Although you still don't need a rock, but maybe like stuff you'd put in your garden, yeah, so you don't necessarily need a pot. You know, and then just a lot of guessing between purple and blue down here. This is one that really shows you have to pay attention to the tense of the words. Frozen just didn't fit with the other ones, so that kind of saved me. That's why I threw it in with the other category. I had no idea what blue was, but I was like, frozen doesn't fit tense-wise, so we're going to throw it in the blue, and it worked out. So yeah, just remember to pay attention to those things. Okay, on to the mini. Hopefully it's not the worst thing ever like yesterday's. All right. Vague assortment of things. Not sure. Prison related. Penal. Country that's home to the majority of the world's wild tigers. India? Seems right. Basketball offenses. Fouls. Recently picked from the garden, say. Fresh. Improve in appearance with up. Spiff up, I'm guessing. Second lowest voice in many choirs. Tenor. Excessive. Undo? I'm not sure. Gets an F, fails. Necessity for photographing in the dark. Flash. Vague assortment of things. The staff? Stuff? Stuff. I don't know why I thought staff, but 48 seconds felt so good after yesterday. All right. Spiff. Spiff up. Spiff up. I don't know if I've ever used that phrase before. You get spiffy. Spiff up? Not sure. Tenor, I know the word, and I know it has to do with singing. I don't know what they are low to high. I have no idea. I just know that tenor is one of them, and I already had for the letters. So that's the only reason I got that one. Excessive, undue. Undue is excessive? I would call it unearned. Like if you have something that's undue, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm sure technically it's correct. I just don't use it that way. Fails, flash, fresh, fouls, India, penal stuff. Okay. I think I got through them all. Okay, on to pips. Okay, so we have in equals, we need 3 of something. What do we have 3 of? We have 3 ones. Okay, so we have 3 and less than 5. We have an 8 up here, so maybe we go 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1. Nice. So much better than yesterday's, which took me almost a minute to do the easy one. Okay, on to medium. Let's see, we need 13 up here, 7 in here. 13 is like at least 3 4s. We don't have 2 4s, so this is either going to be 5 3 or 6 2. Okay. We could do 6 5 like this. No, 6 3. Okay, we can't do 5, 3 because then we'd have a 1 over here. And how are we getting to 12? Actually, we could because we have 2 more 6s. So theoretically, we could do this. Then we could do like 6, 2, 6, 1. No, we need a 6 over here. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, how are we getting to 8? Can we do 6, 2? I don't think we can because we need the big numbers in here. So maybe we go 1, 3 and then 5, 6 like this. Maybe that's the smart move. And then we could do, how are we getting 7 more? We don't have the numbers for 7. Oh, we could do 6, 1. Yeah, we could do 6, 1. And then 1, 4, maybe. So that gets us 5, and then this will get us 7. All right, 128. That's worse than yesterday's, but it's not completely awful for a medium. It's just kind of bad. Okay, on to hard. Let's see. We have a lot of big numbers in here. Lots of 4s and 5s. We only have 1, 6. So that's something to keep in mind. 8, 8. We have something greater than 2 here. 9 equals. What do we have 4 of? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s. Do we have 4 of anything else? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3s. Actually, we have 6 3s. We have 1, 2 5s. We have 2 2s. 1 6, 1 0. Not a single 1 in the entire puzzle. That's something to remember. Okay, so this is going to be 3s or 4s. Where's our in? What are we doing here? Greater than 2. So we could do like 3, 2 and 6 something. 6, 3. This is going to have to be, we're going to need a double in here. So what do we have a double of? We have a double 3. We have a double 4, so I don't know which one to do there. We could do like 3, 3 down here and then 5, 2 like this. That makes that 8. No, we can't do that because this domino is going to stick out here and that would isolate this cell. So this domino is going to have to go up right here. Maybe we could do this. We could then do this, 5, 2. That would leave 4s to go up here. No, we would need another double 4 right here. So whatever this cell is going like this, because of this double or this domino here. If this is like this, we're gonna have a domino here. That means this domino would have to be 2 4s as well. We can't do that. So this is gonna have to go like this. Okay. We could go 3, 6. We'd need a 2 here, and with something greater than 2, we could go 2, 3. That works. You know, like 4, 3, 4, 5. We need this to equal 6, and we can't do that. We don't have it. What if we did this way? We would need this to equal 4. We could do that. Okay. And then this, we could just do like this. Almost there. What did I get wrong? Oh, this equals 8. Why did I think this was an equals 1 down here? And why did I have this 4, 3 like this? Yeah. All right. How am I equaling 8 here? I don't know why I thought that was equaling. That was an equals 1. I totally botched that. Totally botched that. I think because I was looking at this purple one, I got purple and equals associated, and then I just was like, oh, purple's equal. All right. I don't even know if the 4s go up there. All right, let's start over. All right. So either the 3 3s are going here like this or the 4 4s. Let's try the 3s. All right. If we did the 4 4s like this, that could work. And then we could do 4 3 maybe like this. That works. And then this would have to equal 4 on its own. We don't have that. We don't have one that equals 4. So we can't do that. Okay. It's good to know. What's our smallest domino? Because this one is going to have to be a domino on its own. Our smallest domino is 4. Interesting. Alright, so maybe this one has to go in here. And then this would have to be 4. You go 4, 5. 3, probably not 3, 3. Maybe 3, 3. No, we need the double up here. We're doing the 4s down here. 3, 3 would have to go up here. This would have to be a 3 with something greater than 2, which we could do this. 3, 4. Maybe 3, 5 up here, which means this would have to be maybe 3, 2. We would need this to equal 4. We can't do that. Maybe we could do this. This would have to equal 7. Do we have a domino that equals 7? We do. This has to be less than 6. That doesn't work, because this has to be less than 7. This would equal exactly 7 if we put the 3 here. Oh, this isn't going well. Do we try the 4s back up here again? I mean, starting right here is probably not the way to go because it could be either, and you're just guessing at it. But let's see. So, like if we did 5 here, this would have to be 3, like 5 combined. This would have to be 3. We could do double 3 right here. And then this would have to be a 5 with something greater than 2, so we could do that. And could we put 5 through here? This would have to equal 6. Do we have a domino that equals 6? We don't. We do not. Maybe if we swap this up here, we could do triple 3. We could do 4, 0. And then down here, we could go 3, 6. This is less than 6, and this is less than 7. Did I do this? I think I did it. All right, 6, 16. That was, again, not very good. In fact, that was kind of really bad. The easy one was so easy, and then the medium one was kind of bad, and then this one was really bad. I wonder if there was multiple solutions. I wonder if there was a way to make this work with the 3s. I'd be very curious if there was a way to do it. Just starting up here was probably slowing me down. I should have tried to figure out a more forced option, but I don't see anything in here that's super forced right away. Like, I just don't see it. This 8 is actually probably really limited because the smallest domino we have combined is 4. Like, there was no 1, and the only 2 on the board is combined with a 5, so that's 7. So you couldn't put this one in here because we don't have a 1. So this was probably more forced than I realized at the beginning. But even then, if you stick the 2, 3 in here, you still have other 3s. You have a ton of 3s you could stick right here and have to, like, work your way through it. So I think you might need to get a little lucky there. And you want to put something that it just is greater than 2. Like, you don't want to put like a huge number in there because you could put a 3 in there, 4 or 5, you know, like, why go all the way up to 6? So you figure you don't want to put a 6 in there, even though it works. Alright, anyways, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.